your energy this week is indeed completion. That's a 10 of Wands. So this week, something is finally coming to a conclusion, something you've been working on for quite a while.
Welcome to Cards and Constellations with Bonnie Morris and Dawn Rumor Rivera from Sonoran Mystic Tarot. Here, we blend astrology and tarot to guide you through the twists and turns for the week ahead. Don't forget to hit subscribe and share. Let's dive into your cosmic journey together.
Hello there, Aries. This is Bonnie Morris, and that's Dawn Rumor Rivera. And together we are Cards and Constellations. We're the ones that have married both astrology and tarot so that you can have a better idea of what's going on with the energy and work it to your advantage. Now, we're going to start off, of course, with the moon. The new moon is on the 24th at 12:10 in Leo at 2 degrees 7 minutes. Set your intentions, okay? Write those down because on the first quarter, which won't be until April 23rd of 2026 at 3 degrees 56 minutes of Leo, that's when you're going to be doing all the work. So you don't want to forget what you're working on. The full moon won't occur until January 22nd of 2027 at 2 degrees 14 minutes. And always that's when we pivot, make last adjustments. And then the last quarter, when it ends, will be November 20th of 2027. And that's when we turn away, celebrate our success, and wait for another new moon. Now, there are 3 void of course moments this week. On the 21st at 12:51 at 20 degrees until the 22nd at 5:26 when it moves into Cancer from Gemini. Now on the 23rd at 17:41 or 5:41, and all times are Phoenix times, at 21 degrees 5 minutes until the 24th at 8:29 in the morning when it moves into Leo. Then again for the last time on the 26th at 4:01 in the morning at 24 degrees 34 minutes until 1:56 p.m. when it moves into Virgo. Now, just for your sign, this week's energy is truly a continuation of last. We still sense that tension, your willpower versus where you want your life to go in a direction, and that can lead to restlessness or frustration. To try and balance that out with use thoughtful reflection and assertiveness. Be your authentic you and make sure it's aligned with your deepest mission. The tension can also be reflected from your personal identity and maybe the force of change. And that can be either internal or external. It can lead to power struggles or feeling challenged by people who are reflecting their own shadow side. Your passionate and vibrant emotional nature can lead to emotional highs and lows, and those can be easily stirred up by others. As quickly as you feel inspiration come in, it can leave. Midweek, you'll feel confident once again and be back to your warm, inviting self. You're good at direct emotional expression and take initiative while being able to respect others' feelings. Your assertiveness will balance your kindness while remaining grounded. On the 24th, Wednesday, we have that new moon. So please set your intentions and write them down in your journal or diary or your calendar, Facebook, wherever you keep track of those things. And then there's an inner alignment that comes with that between your sense of self and your life experience and clarity of emotions. Dawn, what do you have?
Thank you, Miss Bonnie. This is the tarot reading for Aries. Let's see what it says for the week and see how it lines up with that astrology reading. The very bottom of the deck is an Eight of Swords. That Eight of Swords is in the environmental space. So in your environment this week, when you see an Eight of Swords, this is a week where people are not going to have definitive answers for anything around you. And even things that are happening around you don't seem to be conclusive. It's maybe so this is like some chaotic energy. This can be some energy of incompletion, this energy of not knowing, that kind of stuff. So don't be surprised if around you this week, when you want to get something done, if you're looking for closure, and it probably is not very beneficial in the environment to help that happen. So you're going to have to call upon yourself to do that. You still can do it, but I'm telling you, the energy for this week is kind of a stuck mode. So if you're expecting things around you to be moving, they're probably not going to move very quickly. And that's a good thing for you, because the reality is, if you understand that's your energy this week, you may not get as frustrated as you usually would. Now, your energy this week is indeed completion. That's a 10 of Wands. So this week, something is finally coming to a conclusion, something you've been working on for quite a while. And I'm not sure exactly for each and every one of you out there how this will play out, but you will feel a closure of some kind. So if you've been working on perfecting or getting your skill set improved in reference to maybe a strategy for investing, this week you're going to see that it pays off. So in other words, you may wind up in implementing a strategy and see that it worked, and it worked as well as you anticipated, if not better. This could also be if you had invested in something and you're waiting for it to pop and get you the money you wanted. This is the time for it. If you were looking for a house, or if you're looking to invest in real estate, this would tell you that, guess what? We either found the property and we get it under contract, or this could be the closing of the property, and making sure that it is your deal. So this can be seen in many ways for each of you, but this is a closure period, a period of closure, a period of seeing things happening for you. And remember, with that energy underneath, which is not helpful, there may even be a little stumbles and bumps along the way this week to get the closure, but closure is coming. And it could be a situation where it seems like the closure is taking forever, but it's here. So know that this week is a week of bringing things to close. And it's interesting too, because the questions you were seeking, the things that you needed to be resolved prior to closing, that's what's happening this week. And again, the questions, those little questions that pop up, are what slows you down. But know that it will be resolved, because the closure will happen this week. So just go with it, go with the flow. The next card out is a Page of Wands. And the Page of Wands, it makes sense, because the Page of Wands is that information that we were seeking answers to with that Moon card, which again got bogged down, which came to closure. So the information that you needed to get you over the finish line is coming this week, which is what helps you put you over the finish line. Therefore, that 10 of Cups energy, 10 of Wands energy. And then look at this, is the Ace of Cups. That Ace of Cups energy is telling you that it was a successful resolution. And more importantly, it's leaving you in a happy space. So you're ending this week, during the week, you're getting closure. You're getting a little frustrated maybe because of the process, but by the end of the week, the closure is happening. So again, if it's real estate, you're closing on a deal, or you've landed a deal and get under contract. If it is an investment of some kind, you're going to see it pop and it's going to go well, or you're going to finally cash out because it's time to cash out. If it's a strategy and you want to implement it, then it shows itself successful. Whichever way, and many other ways. Think about it. If you're looking for closure, this is the week for closure, however it comes to your life, okay? If I didn't hit it specifically, that doesn't mean it wasn't it. So if you're looking for closure, be prepared for this week to bring you closure. There will be steps along the way, but you'll get there, and it will make you very happy that you did. And then ultimately, the last thing is you're finally going to be able to rest. Well, again, you have been working, pushing, forcing, sometimes nudging and tweaking and whatever. But once all this is done, you're finally going to say, wow, it was all worth it. I am so glad I put that time in. I like this reading. It's a very great reading. This is one of those readings that you wish for when you start reading, because you love a storyline that makes sense and flows. You also love the fact that you're bringing people that feeling of closure, that feeling of what they've been doing is important. And that's what this is about. Whatever you've been doing really did have a resonance to it. And in so doing, you're bringing something to a close to your advantage in a better way. And in the end, you're going to be happy that you did. And it's interesting, especially when you're fighting the universe. When the universe's energies is kind of opposite of what you're doing and they're kind of holding you down, it makes it even better. Because you're like, you know what? With all the odds against me, I still did it. Let me know how this resonates with you. Please hit that like, share, subscribe, and follow buttons. We'd appreciate it. We made it easy for you because on the screen to the right, lower screen to the right, you will see that subscribe button. So hit that subscribe. Show us some love and appreciation. That would help us immensely to grow our channel. Also hit that share button. That's exactly what helps to also grow our channel. And until next week, from me and my family, and Ms. Bonnie and her family, to you and to yours, love, light, and blessings. Have a great one. Bye-bye.